Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you, Midday Money. Monday, the 23rd of February. Welcome on into the show. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days left to conference tournament basketball starting up. That all started with Midday Money back in 2021. It was February. So we had sold our house. We were in a little apartment waiting for our new house to be built. Kids were still not going to school. And it was right around, well, maybe a week later. Maybe it was like the 26th or 27th, like that week. And they had lunch, so they didn't have to be online all the time. So I was like, oh, let me jump on and talk some college basketball. And here we are, 5 years later. The Midday Money, we didn't have a name for it, or the Late Show. We were just coming on talking conference tournaments. And now we have Midday Money and Look at the Lines. There we go. At Mr. Sean Higgs on the X. Come say hello. iHeartRadio podcast and After the Fact. So we got that going on for us. And, of course, we got Sean Higgs YouTube rolling along. Winners and Whiners I've injected back into our lives. We're on the Winners and Whiners channel. And there we go. And, of course, on the X. So there's that. On the X plays are posted there already. If you want to come give us a follow. By us, I'm meaning me. Let's do it. Let's get to it. Just in the house, my guy. Good to see you. Just got back Saturday from Mexico. I'm glad. A lot of bad stuff. Yeah, that's your spot down there, your little vacation guy. Mass chaos over there now with the narcos and the cops going at it in the military. What are you gonna do? You're safe, Jeff. That's all that matters. You're home. Hang with it. We got some grandkid time coming up. Do a little babysitting. Dylan is in the house. We got lock emojis. North Carolina, Kansas, and Incarnate Ward. The pen is out for Dylan. Dylan enjoys the lock emojis. UNC plus 2.5. Kansas plus 2.5. The Word plus 2.5. 3.5. 3.5 for the Word. SF Niner with some tennis for you. Maybe this is tennis. This could be ping pong. It could be paddleball. It could be pickleball. I don't know. It looks like some kind of racket. Maybe it's racquetball. My dad liked to play racquetball back in the 80s. I remember going to the racket club with him. And we went one day. My brother was with me. So he was playing racquetball. And I was in a little gym. And I remember SF Niner. I put like the whole rack in. Right. And I kind of stood up to pull it down. And I had to be, well, I wasn't in high school yet, maybe 6th grade, between 4 and 6. So I wasn't even in 8th grade. I wasn't even in middle school for 7th and 8th grade yet. And my brother, the little imp of a maniac that it was, like took the pin out after I put it in. And I just sat down and pulled this whole thing down. Cracked my head. Well, they didn't crack it, but cut my head open at the racket club. Needless to say, no brain spilled out. Not a lot in there. JK's in the house. Jake took Rio Grande plus 11 at minus 125. McNeese, a bit overvalued, huh? I think, I disagree with that. I think McNeese is actually a decent small program where they beat up on their fellow teams like this. Them in the Southland. And even Stephen F. Austin, I think, is pretty decent. I think they are head and shoulders above the other squads in their thing. I could always use some Rio Grande. I think one of my son's kids from high school went to Rio on a scholarship. Maybe not his friend, a kid from his high school, I should say. Let's see. Rio Grande Valley basketball. It's funny because I remember when people are like, "Hey man, do you know this guy?" I'm like, "I don't know. I got a lot of kids at school. I mean, his school has thousands of kids in it. Do they have their high schools in here?" Well, if he is, he's gone now. He's not playing. He's all gone. Not there anymore. Oh, what are you going to do? Same old Mexico. Oh, let's not get carried away. It's not the same. I mean, they have their problems, but normally that kind of stuff's on the outskirts. Yeah. I know you're watching the TGL doubleheader today. Is this the virtual golf? The virtual golf. Michael B's in the house. Mr. First quarter. Celtics first quarter push. Celtics rookie decided to foul a 3-point shooter at half court with second left. Tied the game. Eesh, that's baseball, Susan. Kansas for Michael plus the 3. Bill Self as a home dog. He's never lost a home game on Big Monday. He said not perform on the road. If I lose to Kansas, I'm doing. I agree with Kansas. We'll get some games up and about here. I didn't add anything from Look At Lines last night. They are all the same. No additions on a short card. There is Kansas. We are 144. I said last night we had to redo. I had to take some games out of here because I had so many, and then I had the other listings for games that fit the profiles. So I had to kind of do a little bit of readjusting our total win-loss record for Midday Money Show. Now, I didn't go all the way back to take out every single win-loss for these games. There was way too many. It is what it is. The days that we've had 10 or more plays because I went with the extended in-depth dog system that I've been tracking since January 8th that I use. So bear with the numbers. They had the overall show record changed a little bit from last week. I took a bunch of games out. So here we go. Kansas plus 2.5. I took games out. It's still, and it's a loser. Actually, I manipulated to be better. Kansas plus 2.5. Northwestern State minus 2.5. Stephen F. Austin minus 12.5. And again, this is because we have our inner kind of plays that fit the system, the close call ones, and I tell you those, and the uglies. And there's an ugly one today, Mississippi Valley plus 16.5. This is it's an ugly game, but it does fit the overall kind of system. I just kind of separate these on their own based on its Southland, its SWAC, its Patriot, Northeast, like the smaller conferences. So, but there you go. Nothing's changed other than I took a bunch of wins and losses out of the overall show from the last 2 weeks when we had bigger 10, 13, 15 games in the up on the board, and I had them separated, so they were easy enough to do. So here we are. But I probably should have done that. I wasn't expecting to really go huge and put them all out and talking about it's one thing, but I think people like to see the games, so that's why I was posting them. Anyway. Took Mississippi Valley 16.5. I'm not going to say no to Mississippi Valley. DVD, you go. I did a video on it on Picks and Parlays yesterday for it. 9-7 with my small schools and mid majors on the Hoops with Higgs Picks and Parlays. There we go. There's me on YouTube. I can't even put the winners and whiners won't even post on YouTube. It says I'm spamming. The old days, I could just go in there and my thing on the channel. Now, not so much. I'll still put the plays in though, as I talk about it on the channel with just me watching. There's one watcher, and I just went in there and posted. So there's that. Spurs first quarter. Spurs are the second best first quarter road team in the NBA. Pistons, while a great road first quarter team, not so great at home. Mr. First Quarter, Michael First Quarter. What do we got here? Maybe I'll do a little nibbling on this myself for you. First quarter love. Virtual golf, 5 o'clock on ESPN, 9 o'clock ESPN2. I can't wait. That's it. I'll bring this up tonight. I'll be on Sports Grid today at 8:30 Eastern time tonight. So I'll be talking about like virtual golf. Give you a shout out, Jake. SF Niners on Kansas. This is me posting on Winners and Winers. Moneyline Markel snowed in. Where are you at, Markel? Extended line Markel is trapped. Sorry to hear that. It's a cool day here today. 60 degrees in town. You got Mississippi Valley. I want to take them outright, but I make it. Here we go. So Moneyline Markel, extended line Markel, slowly dwarfing into Team Money, wants to take Mississippi Valley outright. One win Mississippi Valley wants to take them outright. This is what happens. This is what happens. They legalize marijuana, and Moneyline Markel is just out of his mind at noon on a Monday morning. I'm all for taking the points. I like the points. I put the game up. We've been taking these guys. We've been taking these crap schools. Moneyline? Oh, brother. Down the street from Dirty Jersey and Philadelphia, Moneyline Markel in Delaware. Home of the Blue Hens and Purdue Chicken. Appreciate the shout out. The show's on Sports Grid is live. I'll tune in. Yeah, it'll be on live tonight on 8:30 with Scott and Gabe. They're like, hey, I'll come in and talk hockey futures. I'm like, I'll come in and make fun of hockey that nobody watches the Olympics because I always crank Gabe up with that. Between that and the WNBA, we go back and forth. But I was like, I got some baseball futures. I'll give baseball futures some college hoops out for tomorrow. We'll talk virtual golf tonight. I'm kind of hoping Peterson doesn't play for Kansas so I can get them in plus 180 on the money line. Listen, if he plays, all right. If he doesn't, whatever. Let's be honest. I was hoping for the Houston win the other day over Arizona so I could take Kansas in a spot here. What I was not thinking, I think we had Cincinnati as a free pick on Saturday. I was not expecting both to go down like that. I mean, Kansas off of a blowout loss. Okay, Allison fired one up yet. I know. It is still early. He's just, rolling out of bed, getting the carrots out of his eyes. Like, oh, what am I going to do today? Let me take a 17-point dog out of money line. I say no to that. Jake will be in. I'll tweet it out, Jake, on the X. I'm going to bed. Yeah, Mike, you go to bed already. Real Love's in the house. Great weekend trash card today. It's a limited card. I understand there's not a lot of love out there for it. And listen, do I really love it? I got a couple games I played. You see the Kansas here. You see the Mississippi Valley. It's all right. Maybe this way, Real Love. If you don't like it, you take the day. You relax. It's a refresher day. You refresh. You're like, nothing going on today. I'm going to relax. Going to relax one today. No back-to-backs. Take a day off. It's all right. Jake's got us for virtual golf. Here we go. I'll have what he's having. I mean, really, Mississippi Valley money line. That's it. I don't mind slower days. It's like, you know what, easy day, and I don't like anything. I'm just going to relax and clear the head a little bit. Hold on a second. Now, I didn't say stay off the game completely. I said Mississippi Valley State, and you're like, hey, man, I like it. I'm going to take them on the money line. I mean, jumping to the money line. I'm going to do I'm doing Spurs here with our guy Michael first quarter against Detroit. Got minus 105. Take a flyer on them here first quarter. There you go. First quarter Michael play. And away we go. Yeah, nice easy Monday. What do you think about Knicks and the Cavs tomorrow? I did Knicks against Detroit, and they totally didn't want to show up that game. Disgusting. Now, I don't love the Cavaliers. I mean, James Harden. I'm not sold on that crew. I really thought the Knicks would come out and beat Detroit. Like, that's what you do. Now, as a little dog here, I mean, you're giving me points with them. I like it, but I'm not playing these guys. 3.5. BYU and Central Florida, I think, is a good game. I want to lean towards Central Florida, believe it or not, here. BYU is going to be, probably an 8-point favorite here. At home, I'm not high on BYU. I'll take UCF. 50-50 on the Privateers of New Orleans. I think Stephen F. Austin's pretty solid. I think they're going to run them. And I had the Privateers a few times early in the year. But this spot here, this is the same with the other guys, McNeese. I think they're that much better than the other schools that they play. That double digits for them, it's not a problem. And again, I got a 16.5 dog today. But the other day, like with Howard and who was the other one we had? As 10 and 12-point favorites versus bad teams. Now the doggy formula that we were using, overall you see it. It's 119 and 74. But when we roll into the ugly conferences here, you get numbers like 53 and 55, where we go really off the rails with them. So some spots I'll go opposite of the dog theory, and this is one of them here. Although I shouldn't say that, because that's not it wouldn't be, because these guys are rated way much higher than your typical Southland SWAC Northeast kind of team. Yeah, UCF tomorrow. Like, because I'm not a take the points type of guy. If I think they can win, I'm taking my money line. See, this kind of thinking, this will bury you. This will absolutely bury you. If you're taking the dogs, I'm going to take them on the money line every time. Hey, listen, I've taken a boatload of dogs. You see the dog record here of 114 and 72 or whatever the heck it is. So it's coming across on the bottom here. If you took all these things as dogs on the money line, 119.74, and again, there's some 8-point dogs here that have cashed. Out of 200, what do you got? 20 of them? Would you be up if you took 200 games on a money line? Maybe. I can't. That is I don't think that's a long-term moneymaker. If you're disciplined just to take a couple dogs, I don't know, Markel. Take the plus half in the first quarter. First quarter is finishing ties more than you think. Well, I already took it money line. Might be a stay off. Not gonna lie. I'm not high on BYU. I wasn't high on them from the start of the year. Not high on them now. UCF is a tough little. Let me dig into this. I thought UCF was playing pretty good lately. Let's see what we can find. My bets for tomorrow. I haven't really dug into tomorrow. I mean, I have my printout of the college basketball matchups and who I might, could be leaning to here. We'll be looking at some dog action, right? We have our see St. Francis is playing in extra board action. We'll see what that line's at. And then let's go down around time order here. Who will we be liking? I'm going right for the dogs right out of the gate. Where would we be? Where would doggy we'd be? I might be interested in NC State as a little dog versus Virginia. Again, that doesn't kind of fit my dog criteria, but just as a game as a whole. I'd be lying if I said you have to look at Notre Dame with Duke off a big win. They'll be getting 15-something points in that one. Old Dominion as a dog could be in play. Old Dominion, Western versus Bowling Green, no. Louisiana versus Troy could be there. They might be getting, 8 or 9 points. That could make a case for them. Southern Indiana for sure will be in the mix. Bradley might be on the cusp of something. I think that's probably about it for my basketball for tomorrow. That's about it. Let me look at the set BYU game. Let's look at that BYU. All right, Central Florida just beat Utah. So listen, I don't think they came home. I don't think they went from Florida to Utah, back home, and fly back out. So they pulled out a win in Utah, 73-71, in the elevation. Now they're used to it. Now you're in a back-to-back spot here in this kind of play. I think we're probably going to get, if we get, I will not be shocked if we get 10 points here. They lost by 20 at Cincy, lost by 24 at Houston, 30 at Iowa State. They beat Colorado by 9 after the 30-point loss to Iowa State. Now they just played this close game against Utah. I could see this being a little closer, or just because we're getting a bunch of points. They were getting 13 at Iowa State, 14 at Houston, so they're probably getting 10 here. I could maybe make a case for Central Florida in this one. Now, we had BYU the other day. Nice win over Iowa State at home. But let's not forget that run where they lost to Texas Tech. They beat Utah, lost to Arizona, lost to Kansas, Oklahoma State, Houston, Baylor by 5, Colorado by 4, close loss to Arizona. I mean, they had all these close games until they pulled away from Iowa State. You're going to be coming here and tell me you're only at 10 points? Yeah. Give me some UCF. I'll tell you an NBA team that I'm buying in the second half is the Heat. They're finally healthy, well-coached with veterans, plays defense, deep bench, 3 good scoring options. The Miami Heat for Michael B in the second half. Knicks at plus 350 to win a wide-open East. It's worth a shot. I think them and Detroit are the good teams there. And Mike brought up Miami, and you have a team maybe if the Sixers are healthy, who knows? Like they got talent. It's tough to say that. The Sixers. I'm not some Sixer guy either, but I like Detroit and the Knicks. Got them in a Eastern Conference Finals matchup, and who knows? It will happen. It's depending on how these games bracket out. It could be a loser before it even gets to be a possible winner. I always put a majority of my money on the spread and sprinkle on the money line for dogs. I mean, that's you hear it a lot. You always got to sprinkle money line. Do I do that sometimes? Yeah. Often? No. I mean, I have way too many dogs to just start throwing money away on money lines, and when I'm catching games by half points more than winning them by half points when they're getting 6, 7, 8 points. I'm more catching a backdoor than an outright on a lot of these. McNeese is down to 10.5 from 12.5. Well, when I put out last night, it was 12.5. That's why the lines do not change. I put them up last night. I do not readjust them. We don't play that game. All right, Real Love does not like it. Might be a stay-off game. Too late to watch. Who watches? Bet it and forget it. Bet it and forget it. Watch the game. Can't tell you the last college basketball game I watched. Nice win versus Iowa State for BYU, but they don't play defense. Sanders is out. I think they're 5 or 6 seed. Who gets picked up for term? I'm not. Again, I was just talking about them. Look at them. Texas Tech loser. You beat Utah, who's bad. You're 20-point favorite. Lost at Arizona. Lost at home to Arizona. Again, I'm not blaming them losing. Arizona's a good team. Lost to Kansas, good team. You lost at Oklahoma State. I don't think it's a good team. You lost at Houston, a good team. You beat Baylor by 5. It's a close game. You beat Colorado by 4. You were a 15-point favorite at home. You lost to Arizona again, and then you got Iowa State you beat. I'm just saying, a team playing like that, which very well you could have lost. I mean, you did lose 4 in a row. It could have been 5, 6, 7 in a row because you pulled out 2 wins by 9 points. And now you're going to be laying 10. I'm not interested in BYU. Do I do college baseball? No, I'm not a big college baseball guy. Nope. I listen. Do I do like hunting rookie college baseball rookies in Bowman first? Yes, Dylan, but I'm not into college baseball betting. I don't pretend to know college baseball, tennis, UFC, NBA player props. No, thank you. Nope. You're going to get you'll get a lot of baseball picks, ribby props, NFL, college football, college hoops. Things I don't like, I'm not going to pretend. Got a lot of pretenders. Very, very few people tell you, no, I'm not good at that. I'm not going to bet. I am. A little hockey, a little NBA, not a lot of that. Kind of find spots. Here's our guy Lex. Keep it classy. The Mandingo's in the house. 17-legger. Sixers are the East Coast Clippers. People always think they're contenders. They always get hurt. That's the thing with them. Like, they're always banged up. Grizzlies expected to sell out with that number. Grizzles with number what are they doing? Memphis? Is this Memphis Grizzlies? Are they Memphis Grizzlies? They're not the Vancouver Grizzlies anymore, right? Sacramento's a terrible team. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Orlando and the Lakers tomorrow. Do we like the Magic plus 6.5? We might have to do a little Magic. It's Magic time tomorrow. I like the AJ kid on BYU. Hey, listen, they're just not what they were hyped up to be when the season started with their top prospect guy. I don't know. I can't name. I could name one guy in college basketball. That's a Boozer's kid on Duke. That's it. That is all. All right, let's rehash today's college basketball. Again, these plays, we put them out here last night. I'm not switching the lines up based on the line change. Whether it's football, baseball from the night before, college hoops, I put the lines up, and they stay like that for the week. We do look at lines on Sunday night for NFL. We put a game up at minus 3.5. It goes to 5. Don't say, "Oh, the line's 5 now. You can't put 3.5 out there." Yeah, well, when we gave the pick out, it was that. Kansas was plus 2.5 last night. It is 1.5. Northwestern State was minus 2.5 last night. It is 3.5 now. Stephen F. also was 12.5. It is now still 12.5. Someone said it was 10.5. Mississippi Valley 16.5 last night, has not moved. There you go. Some college hoops on a light Monday card. I will be on Sports Grid tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. If you're on the X, I will tweet it out. Be sure to comment on the live show there. Or I don't think they do the YouTubes anymore. But I'll be on. Talking some baseball and tomorrow college basketball, so tune into that. And I will see you later on tonight with look-ahead lines for our college basketball on Tuesday, the 24th. There you go. Happy Monday. Good to see everybody. Thanks for watching. And as always, we head out. Bye-bye.